everybody. My name is Angela Sargento, and I'm going to be giving a speech on how changing your diet will improve your health. But first, if I could have my audience members introduce themselves to my professor, please.
Hi, I'm Joe.
I'm Jared.
Hi, my name is Fabio.
Hi, I'm Lilaris.
Hi, I'm Devin.
Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Show of hands, how many of you know somebody who either suffers from a chronic disease or illness, like let's say diabetes or obesity, asthma, insomnia, or who's on medication? Okay, well, yeah, we all probably know somebody that's on medication. Probably all of us knows at least one person. In 2004, Stein said that 65% of Americans are obese. That's a big number, and that was 16 years ago. There was also a report done back in 1977 that was called the McGovern Report, and that was 44 years ago, and it encouraged Americans to lean more towards eating fruits, vegetables, rice, beans, grains, and to reduce the consumption of meat, dairy, eggs, milk, even fish. Back then, they weren't saying eliminate it completely. They were saying just kind of pull back a little bit and let's lean more towards these whole foods. Nobody, that kind of went unheard. Nobody really paid attention to that, and we should have listened. Since that report came out, Americans have doubled their consumption in the foods that they were saying we should maybe try to limit. What did that show us since then? Double the amount of people now suffer from obesity, and the number of children and adults who suffer from type 2 diabetes have tripled since then. That's a pretty big problem. And the number of cancer is rising. There's a lot of things that even you could look at somebody and say, oh, they're healthy, you know, they don't need to lose weight. Well, losing weight isn't the only reason you do something like this. You can't see high blood pressure in your average person. You can't see diabetes in your average person. You can't see insomnia or eczema or different types of things, infertility. There's all types of things that we don't see and we think, oh, well, someone's healthy. Genetics do play a role in this as well. A predisposition to illnesses and cancer, if you have a family history, yes, of course. But what I'm trying to say here is that the foods that we eat do play a major role. Fats are in meat, has high levels of fat and cholesterol. And also I wanted to point out, according to Dr. Clapper in his book, Vegan Nutrition, the water that cows drink is polluted with heavy metals, pesticides, radioactive isotopes, and even fecal matter from other animals. And they're drinking this polluted water. What does that mean? Well, what do you think is in our hot dogs, in our hamburgers, and in our deli meat? You guessed it, heavy metals, pollutants, pesticides, chemicals. Now, think about this in our bodies now and how our body has to work to kind of fight this off. Our bodies weren't designed to process chemicals and all these unnatural things that are man-made. So it struggles, it gives it a little setback. Instead of it healing our body and spending its time to make us stronger and healthier, our body is now working hard to try to get rid of all these radicals and crazy things that we've introduced to it. A lot of the time we don't know that what we're eating has these hidden things in it. So that's why it's important to read labels, and it's important to be aware of exactly what we are eating. Now, there was one other thing I wanted to encourage you to. There's a lot of resources online that go into further detail about these things. But by eliminating these bad foods that have these high levels of fats, high levels of cholesterol, high levels of chemicals or other artificial things, it gives your body, it paves the way for it to start healing. And that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody won't need medication if they eat this way, but what it will do is it'll give your body a whole new canvas to be able to let that medicine work, whether it's chemotherapy, whether it's blood pressure medicine, whatever it is. Your body's not using the medicine and fighting against all these other things. Your body now has like a clear canvas to say, okay, let's let this medicine work, and it will result in a healthier you, and you'll feel better. Personally, I did it. I started a year ago. I lost 60 pounds, and I still have a way to go, but I feel great. I feel better. I can focus. I have more energy. I sleep better at night. I'm happier. But I encourage you, if you got anything from this, I encourage you to look into it and just try eliminating some of these things from your diet. Try eliminating milk, try eliminating eggs, and look, there's a lot of recipes online, and it's not hard. You could find my other video, I'll link it below, that you can find alternatives. But I encourage you to try it. Check your blood at the beginning when you start, have blood work done, what your levels, and at the end of the 30 days, check your blood again and see if you notice any differences. I guarantee you'll notice your clothes feeling better on you. You'll notice you're sleeping better. You're going to the bathroom more regularly. Those are just a few of the benefits of eliminating those bad and harmful foods. So I thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. And I challenge each and every one of you to try this for 30 days and see if you don't feel better at the end of it. And I'll give you any resources. I'll link it in the comment section. So thank you for listening.